Hello class and welcome to Pharmacology 165. I had held a meeting that I recorded, but I decided to, as long as their attendance was rather low, I decided to redo the meeting in a YouTube video format. I think this will be a little bit more user friendly, and you can view it throughout the course. So I'm going to briefly go over course expectations and what you are to expect through this course. First of all, you are in this course, this first year pharmacology course. My name is Diane Lebanowski. If you do want to meet with me, please call ahead. I'm available on Monday and Wednesday from 10 to 11, but by appointment. You may reach me at my phone number, which is listed here, and here is my email address. If you do want to contact me, please remember that I am on Central Standard Time, which is an hour ahead of you. So if it's any time past your time at 9 o'clock, I would appreciate it if you wait until the morning. This is your course description, and these are your prerequisites. Basically, what we expect from you is about 90 hours of work out of class. And you should be treating this class as if you were going to campus and spending 3 hours of time listening to a lecture, and that's the time you would spend reading your lectures and doing the work ahead of time before you complete the assignments. These are the course learning outcomes. I'm not going to go through them with you. You may read them on your own time. You should be using the 7th edition of Karsh. It's a new edition. Everything is based on that. And these are your other two requirements. In this class, in the discussion, we will be asking you questions, and you may need to look up articles. You may do that either through the LIRN or through EBSCOhost. And I will show you the Pages tab when I'm done and for more information about that. This is help. If you need any computer help, Ron or Jeff will answer your calls, and they are very helpful. And again, we talked about out of learning class. In this class, we have some course policies. We do expect you to be ethical, not to copy. If you are using other material, make sure that you cite it appropriately. We expect you to hand in your work on time. That means that all discussion board initial posts need to be done by Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time so that you get the points. And then after that, you need to answer on a separate day your classmates and 2 of your classmates to receive full points for that. And that needs to be completed by Sunday, 12:59 Mountain Standard Time p.m. That also includes quizzes, Prep U, med cards. Anything that's required needs to be turned in at that time. Please note that any quizzes or exams cannot be taken after the due date and will result in a 0. So it does not fall under the late work policy. An example of the late work policy would be your medication cards. So if you turn them in after Monday but before Wednesday, you would get credit for them, but with a grade reduction of 10% each day. So please be aware that you have a lot of assignments here that are 6 points, 12 points, 25 points. It doesn't seem like a lot at the time, but if you keep losing points here and there, it does eat away at your grade point average. And in the end, we do not allow late work. So it is very heartbreaking for me when a student says, please, can I please make up this work? And based on the Eagle Gate policy, course policy, we don't allow it. So please do your work in a timely manner. The next thing we're talking about is civility, and that really relates to the discussion board. I am going to wait and talk about this when I go through the discussion board rubric. I think it'll make more sense. Again, you can read through this. Hopefully you have read through your entire syllabus and printed it out. It is your guideline and kind of your contract for this course. So you have assignments in here. that are as follows. You have discussion questions every week except for week 8. You have 5 unit tests that are timed and have to be taken by the time. Please, please, please do not start the test at 11 o'clock and only give yourself an hour. If you run out of time, there is nothing we can do. If you email me the next day and say my computer broke at 11:59, unfortunately, the answer that we usually tell you is we would have liked you to start sooner in anticipation of those kinds of problems. So please get that taken care of earlier in the week. Prep U exams, you're first asked to start at a level 2, and then you will take that up to a level 5 for the same chapters. So you will be answering multiple questions in Prep U to get to that level. The math test is 30 points. The dosage worksheet is 35, and the medication cards are 96 points, and that will equal your total score for this class. Discussions are very important, and we do have a discussion question every week except for the 8th week. How you are graded on the discussion is by, first of all, including literature, or you may use your textbook, and making sure you cite it within the post itself and reference it appropriately. And I will post what a citation should look like. I think I have already done that this week. The next thing you do to get the points is, are you contributing to learning? Does your post relate to the concepts, to the course objectives? Are you bringing in new information? Did you ask a question at the end of your post? If you do, that encourages critical thinking among your classmates, and that is a very good thing to do, and it helps other people to get them thinking about what you're writing. Netiquette means that you are addressing each other by their first name, and please feel free to address me by my first name. I am fine with that. You can call me Diane, and I will ask you questions. Sometimes I ask you and the class questions, so even though your name may be on it, it doesn't mean that other people can't answer it. So please feel free to address me. That counts as one of your posts. So that is not in addition to your classmates. The only time it may be is I may ask you for either additional information or clarification, and then I would add 2 more posts after that. And the reason I do that is that if I see something and I think, oh, you're going to lose points on that, I want to give you an opportunity to change that before the end of the week. So responding to people civilly, not putting in bold print, capital letters, respectful of each other, and addressing everyone by their first name, and then signing your post so we know that that was you. We look at format and grammar, and you do lose points for spelling and grammar, so use spell check. That's always a good thing to do. And then the other thing is to be timely about your posts. Make sure you're getting that initial post in by Wednesday at 11:59 Mountain Standard Time, and then posting on a different day to either your student, peer, or instructor. And that way you will receive all your points. Again, like I said, this adds up as the weeks go on if you're not doing it. I would print this out so you have a checklist of everything you need to do each week. And as you can see, this week you have the introductions, the course concepts, what are we learning, where do I read? This will correlate to Prep U assignments, and introduce yourself in the Eagle Gate Cafe, get on Prep U, post a discussion, and complete these assignments. The following week you have some math to complete, and then I'm going on from there. You have a Kaplan assignment, your unit tests, those are throughout the semester. So now I'd like to take you back to the top of the page. So this is basically your requirements for this class. And then I'm going to have to go through this a little bit quicker because it ends in 15 minutes. I can't tell you how important it is to read your announcements on a weekly basis. The announcements for the course, the Prep U, was listed. Make sure you're using this for your course. Do not use a code from another student who is not in your same section, because you will not get credit for that. Please make sure you read your announcements on a weekly basis. You are, again, to post to the discussion. This week we ask you to post to the Eagle Gate Cafe. If you have any questions, please put it in this area so that everybody knows, and then post your discussion. On Friday, I do bring up the next week's post, but you are not to start that until Sunday evening. The Pages tab is a great place to go for information on if you're having questions about Canvas. Here is where you're going to get into your Learning and Information Resource Network. Please make sure you use that password. There's OVED and there's EBSCO hosts. Here's your IT support. How to view instructor feedback if you have any questions about that. Your student handbook. These are great to review APA format. And again, if you need help with support, Canvas, or anything else that you might need help with, we have page numbers listed here. So take some time to go over that and review that area. Under quizzes, you're going to find your dose calculation quiz and for Module 8, and that is where you will find that there. Otherwise, the other quizzes are listed in Prep U. So that is basically a quick overview of your course. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me or put it in the questions for instructors. I am here to make you successful. I think you'll find this is a great course. Right now you're learning about many medications, but once you get into the clinical situation and experiences, you will find that this is very applicable and everything will start clicking. So again, welcome to the course, and I look forward to meeting you online.